Godzilla Minus One is a movie I've been looking forward to for a very long time, ever since I saw that first trailer and the second trailer as well. Does it live up to the hype? Let's talk about it. And let's start off by talking about the big guy himself, Godzilla. He looks amazing in this movie. And interestingly enough, he looks amazingly ugly. And that's not to say that he was designed poorly, it's just to say that he looks monstrous. Typically when I see Godzilla movies, whether it's 1974's Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, a movie I reviewed, or Monarch, or the 2014 Godzilla, all the way up to Godzilla vs. Kong, I don't consider necessarily the beauty of Godzilla, but in this particular movie, I just happen to notice that he looks really ugly. And ugly in a good way. Ugly in a oh my god, I don't want to be anywhere near that thing. And then he backs that up with his actions, right? He is ferocious in this movie. He's not taking any crap from anybody. People who shoot at him, they get eaten. Anyone who's in the area where he considers his territory, he destroys it and he wipes them out. He is non-committal to any kind of loyalty to the humans or anything like that. He is coming after you guys because y'all are in his way. And there doesn't seem to be a big reason why he's attacking. He's just like a wild animal just running around. And he's cool as hell because of it. His atomic breath in this movie is amazing. He charges up, which I've seen the tail light up one scale at a time until he's ready to shoot his atomic breath. But what's different about this is that he goes all the way back, cocks back, and just shoots really quick. Like it's like a shotgun blast. I've never seen that before. I've seen it, pour out like a laser, but this was he snaps his neck forward and just destroys everything in front of him. There's mushroom clouds when he's done his destruction. Like it's wild. It feels like an atomic bomb, which is exactly what Godzilla represented in the 1954 movie. The atomic bombs being dropped by the United States on Japan, that kind of allusion to that kind of destruction is what Godzilla was. That's well represented here. And also a really interesting point for me personally in this movie, this is the first time I've seen a Godzilla movie where I was actively rooting against Godzilla. And there's one specific reason why I was doing that. That reason is addressed right now. Typically when I watch a Godzilla movie, the last thing I'm concerned about are the humans. They're usually annoying and taking away from what I came here to see. In this movie, although I came here for Godzilla again, what I found was much better. The humans in this movie are all very different. They're all very broken, and they're all coming together as a found family. You have people who have lost parents. You have people who have lost children. All kinds of different people who are coming from different walks of life, but they all have one thing in common, which is the shared experience of trauma that they received from the war. And now that Godzilla has come into the picture, he's also a shared experience that they're having, and now they're forming a bond together. The thing that this movie does really well with all these characters is that they have a well-defined background. You understand where they're coming from. With our main character, who we met in the beginning of the film, you know exactly why he is the way that he is. It's not a mystery. It's not some weird scientist who's just kooky. It's a real person who's going through grief, trauma, trying to understand how they can move forward in life. And he meets people along the way that helps him do that. He forms friendships, and real friendships, friends that get into your business, friends who want to be there for you and encourage you. When they see you not doing as well, they actually care to address it. So now we're dealing with something I didn't necessarily expect to see in a Godzilla movie, which is an incredible human drama. Godzilla is in this movie, but he's not a huge part of this movie. He's the looming presence. He's the danger that you know is around the corner in the back of your mind, because of course the movie's called Godzilla Minus One. And that's the reason why I was rooting against Godzilla, because these characters mean so much to me. By the time that he arrives again, I'm more concerned about the safety and well-being of these characters, more so than seeing Godzilla be destructive. Now you do get that, of course, and it's cool to watch, but it's from a different perspective, a different purview. You're actually invested in these people. You want to see them do well. But Godzilla is not the only monster that's holding them back from doing this. So let's get into the next part, the crux of this review, the thing I really want to talk about because it's the thing that the movie wanted to talk about. The monsters that bind us is something that I've been thinking about since seeing this movie. It's something that the movie presents in two different ways. It's the monster of Godzilla who bound these people together, but there are other monsters that this movie wants to talk about. And those monsters are grief, shame, unforgiveness, and the myriad of other things that bind us, that keep us from being who we really want to be. Through our main character, Koichi, we explore the different ways in which grief, pain, and regret and unforgiveness prevents us from being the full person that we want to be. Throughout the movie, Koichi struggles with allowing people in to get to know him to be more than just an associate. Because of the things that he had experienced in his past, he is guarded. He doesn't want to open up to people because of the shame that he carries. And that shame is the monster that binds him. He can't move forward in his life, not fully, until he's released from those bonds. And it takes his friends, it takes his newfound family to release him from that. This movie explores the guilt and shame and growth. And then Godzilla shows up and we get to have fun watching him be on screen, but also hoping that these people who are growing don't get their lives cut short because of the giant monster. So I found this movie to be very powerful in that way. I came here for a kaiju movie to see Godzilla destroy things, but I left just wanting to see the characters survive the monster that I came to see. So I'm going to give Godzilla 4.5 sparks out of 5. This movie was a blast from beginning to end, not just in an entertaining standpoint in terms of the action and everything, but also from a character development standpoint. I enjoyed spending my time with the humans in this movie, which is a big leg up on a lot of other kaiju movies. I highly recommend it. Go see it for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you thought about Godzilla Minus One, and I'll talk to you guys next time.